is Richard from Jonesboro Taekwondo Dojang here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. We're continuing on with our basic Taekwondo techniques videos. So my students heard one of the young ones were searching through there and watching them all the other day, and I could tell when he came to class. So take advantage of that, especially if you have anything particular to look for. So we were doing hand techniques, so today we're going to go over the ridge hand. Various ways of doing this, but basically the ridge hand is a big haymaker coming and striking with this line right here. Okay, not the fingertips. Okay, you can do that. You can score a point with that. But if you're going to do anything with it, you need to run from that first knuckle all the way back in here, and here's your nice spot right here. Okay. Now, a lot of us that have been in it for a while have done board breaks with this portion right here. If you can talk yourself out of that, it's probably a good idea, because someday you're going to be in your 60s like me and paying the price for it. Okay. So back to what we're doing. Easy way to get the hand in the right position is just take your knife hand, okay, and take your thumb and stick it over here to this pinky crease right here. All right. And like I was saying, your weapon is along this line, with preference being right on your forearm here, making it kind of a forearm smash. Okay. You could actually hit with that, you know, with your fist closed. Okay. But that extra reach comes in here is nice, and this thinner surface fits nicely into the neck. Okay. Lots of target with this. You can scoop up into the groin, you can catch ribs, and outside of sparring and tournaments, you can catch kidneys with this pretty easily. Most people go to the head with it, neck and head. What's nice about that is you can hook it and come around from behind. I guess you could do that with kidneys as well. You know, and it's effective. One of my former students, now an instructor, Alvin Brown, out in California, they used to call him Mr. Ridgehand because he liked to took somebody's head off in a tournament with it. You'll see this on a lot of videos. A lot of nefarious folks will come in and just do, you know, this big wide haymaker. Now the thing about that is everybody's probably thinking that right now. That's easy to block. You just get in here behind your hand and take it on your forearm, or up in here, rather than taking the head, which is a good idea. So thinking about that, you have this offside hand here that's active as well. Okay, this is not an inactive hand overhanging. We don't throw it just like this. So basically, I'll just show here what it'll look like. Usually it'll be thrown from way back in right field here and flips over at the last moment to give that extra snap. Okay, so palm up to palm down. Okay, palm up back here, thumb in the pinky crease to palm down. Okay, and then there's the inverse where you turn it over like an outside block. Okay, not nearly as powerful there, but you get a point with it. You could probably get a pretty good crack using this bone, but this is the most common one. Okay. Okay, so there's your ridge hand. Now what's this hand doing? Okay, so you'll see in your forms a couple ways you'll see this thrown are just simply like this, or sometimes you'll see this hand come over in a pressing block and you'll come over the top of it. After we get through all this stuff, we're going to start doing, you know, some two-man videos and all that, so we can actually show you a little bit more about this whole, how this goes, but use your imagination a little bit. So if I'm standing straight in front of somebody and he's coming with his right to the left of my head or whatever, okay, this hand goes out. What is this hand doing? It's feeling, probing, it's grabbing, it's blocking, and it's pulling, something along those lines. So I catch that arm, I hit it with a block, I feel it, I snap down on it, this comes around. Okay, now if we're nose to nose, all he's got to do is get this arm up and take that on his forearm. Okay. So we don't want to be standing right nose to nose with him. We want to be on the angle or to the side. Okay, so say my right side, his left side is coming in or reaching for me or whatever. This arm comes out, I feel it, I latch onto it. Now I can pull him into this strike. Now that's gone somewhere around here. I can hook it, I can even get him on the back of the head. Neck is really nice with this. So I've got my big Neanderthal war club, so I like to call it for my students, coming in this big haymaker with nothing to oppose it, because I got his arm, and I might even swing this leg out here and come across this line all the way back into here, anything like that. I could even decide to go up into the kidneys. Okay. If I'm standing nose to nose with him, that's when this groin strike might come in. But right across the back of his neck. Now say he reaches in here and gets a hold of me. Picture this in your mind. So he's got a hold of me. I'm tied in here. I can't get to the side. This hand's over here ready to punch. Or maybe he's grabbing me with both hands. That would be nicer. But he's probably going to punch me in the face. Okay. So this hand comes over. What's happening there? I'm going to crash down on this elbow. Okay. And that's going to fold him a little bit. It's going to pull me a little bit too. All right. But his head's coming forward. This comes over the top, shooting for this neckline here. Don't want to hit him in the skull. That's going to hurt you. Might sting him too. Okay. Round back, occipital area into the neck, anything like that. Even if you want to be nice about it, down onto his upper trapezius. Okay. But basically, as he grabs, I trap and smack down on that elbow. You don't want to fool around getting a wrestling match with him. Smack down, and this comes right across to this line. Okay. So you'll see that in Hwanghae. You'll see it later on in some other forms. Okay. And that's what you're doing right there. Okay. Taking that arm. A lot of times we used to think of it as, okay, I'm blocking this arm down and coming over and hitting it with the ridge hand. That might work. But with some of the stuff we've been doing more recently, you can see if he's got a hold here and I smack down into that elbow, okay, he may not let go, and that's fine with me. That's going to bring him into me, and then I'm going to close over the top and aim for the soft spot right in here and try to give him a good thud. Okay, and you can test that out on yourself and see if you think you would really want to be struck with that. Okay, so remember what your offside hand is doing: blocking, grabbing, pulling, probing, and then this hand is coming, turning over at the last minute, and this is just your big Neanderthal war club coming through to pound the back of that neck, okay, back of the head, something like that. You're circling around behind, kind of like you would with a hook strike, okay? But you got a lot of centrifugal force on this. What you don't want to do is have this elbow fully extended, okay? That's going to be kind of like someone snapping you into an arm bar, okay? It's going to be very uncomfortable. Practice this on the bag so that you, without thinking about it, know to leave a little bit of flex in this elbow to protect it. Because if you go straight on and you hit someone, that's the other damage that this can do, is hyperextend your elbow, okay? We don't want that. Okay. Okay, we'll be throwing these back in with some applications with partners as we go along, but hopefully that got the idea across. So we've got ridge hand for the forms, thrown here with a pullback, or perhaps over like this. And that's why we do it that way and what this offhand is doing. Okay, that's it for now. If this is helping you, no, I should put this in at the beginning, but please like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. I'm still going to carry on with what I've got planned. A few other ideas I want to throw that don't quite fit into this playlist. But, and if you in the Jonesboro area and you'd like to try some martial arts, some Taekwondo, give us a holler. We'd love to have you come by. Okay, that's it for now.